Hey there. We are going to make a two-way table with categorical data. So first of all, we're looking at some data I collected last year, asking students what class they wanted, what math class they wanted to take this year. And so I also gathered some other information, such as were they planning on going to college, and what kind of classes they were interested in, and then their first choice for their next math class. So I've set up a two-way table already. So as you can see, you don't just have to have two choices. You could have more than two. So I did going to college versus their requested math class to see if there's an association between their intentions of college and the math class they were going to take the next year. All of these students, by the way, were in Algebra Intermediate. So we have yes, no, and unsure for going to college. And then the requested classes are Algebra 2, Math of Social Issues, Computer Science, or nothing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sort. So if you hover over this D, an arrow will appear, and you can tell it to sort. So I can see now I can do my totals columns with this. So I've got two people who answered no on planning to go to college. So two for no going to college, and I have 26 total respondents. Then I have 5 who are not sure. And then I have 19 who said yes, I did double check that. All right, now I can do the same thing over here on requested math class, and I can sort. So I'm just going to go with our first choice. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would like to go into Algebra 2. 1, Computer Science. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Math of Social Issues. And then nothing, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I have 10, 25, 26. Yes, those add up correctly. Okay, so now I need to look at where they overlap. So back to this, let's look here. I'm going to look at the Algebra 2s, those who requested Algebra 2, and I'm highlighting it so that I can see easier what I'm looking at. So out of the ones who requested Algebra 2, I have 1 no, 1 not sure, and 5 yeses. So 1 no, 1 not sure, and 5 yeses, and that does add up to 7. AP Computer Science was a yes. We have no's or insures. The Math of Social Issues group, I have 1 not sure, and the rest are yeses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 not sure, and the rest were yeses. And then finally, I could use the table to figure this out. I'm just going to double check since I messed it up last time. So I have for nothings, I have 1 no, 3 not sures, and 4 yeses. 1 no, 3 not sures, and 4 yeses. All right, and everything does add up in every row and every column. Yay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look for some sort of association and or independence. So what's the probability that someone requested Algebra 2? And then what's the probability that someone requested Algebra 2 given that they plan to go to college? Does planning to go to college influence whether they're going to take Algebra 2 or not? I think it will make them more likely. So the probability of someone choosing to take Algebra 2 was 7 out of 26. So that's going to be 7 divided by 26 is about 27%. 0.27. So that's the 7 people out of 26 total said they plan to take algebra. Then we're going to look at The people who plan to take Algebra 2, given that they plan to go to college. So that's only going to be this row right here. So that's going to be 5 out of 19. So 5 divided by 19 equals 0.26. These numbers are very, very close, especially given that I rounded. So the first one was more like 0.269, and this one is 0.263. I'm going to call those equal and say that these are independent. Choosing to take Algebra 2 choosing to take Algebra 2 and going to college seem to be independent of each other. There's the same probability of someone taking Algebra 2, whether they planned on going to college or not. So they are independent and there is no association. Thank you for being here.